Good afternoon, students. Today we will see the balanced classification of cost and what is meant by a cost sheet and its format. Before that, we need to have a briefing with the previous session. So, in the last class, we discussed with the classification of cost. Classification of cost in the sense how to classify the cost on various aspects. Cost may be classified on the basis of traceability or identifiability. Under the traceability or identifiability, cost is classified into direct cost and indirect cost. The direct cost that is directly traceable from a particular product, process, or a cost center or a cost unit, while indirectly traceable means that not directly traceable, that is becomes indirectly traceable. So it may include what else? Direct cost includes direct material that is to be directly traced or identifiable from a production process or a cost center or a cost unit, while direct labor that is to be traceable from any particular production process or a cost center or a cost unit. And direct expenses that are directly attributable to a particular process or a cost center or a cost unit. So for this, we already see with the examples, what is this? And those who are not directly traceable, whether it is material, whether it is labor, or whether it is expenses, those constitute what? Indirect material or indirect cost. It may be indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. So that is the traceability. With the traceability, how it is to be identified. So that is the traceability or identifiability of the cost. So one classification is due to the traceability, direct and indirect cost. Second is, what is that? The functions performed. Second point is with regard to the functions performed. Like production function, production cost is to be attributed. Means production, where it is to be? In the factory. So factory cost or work cost, it is attributable. Then after that, after the production cost, what is there next? It is administration, office expenses. So office cost or administrative activities undertaken, so administrative cost. Then selling activities undertaken, selling cost, and distribution activities undertaken, distribution cost, that we already deal in detail in the previous class. So that is why I am not going to explain it. So production function, production cost, administrative function, administrative cost, then selling function, selling cost, distribution function, distribution cost. Then after that, what is there? Research and development cost is there. Research and development cost, the research expenses for maintaining the expansion purpose or for the achievement. അതായത് ഒരു production കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് any achievement to be undertaken. In such a case, that is the research and development cost. After that, after the research and development, that is the function performed. So traceability and function. Next is the variability. Variable means, what is the main word meaning of variability? Variability in the sense means what? It is increasing or decreasing, or it may be constant or maybe varying, changing based on the level of the activity. So if the cost is not varying, means constant, remains constant, even though there is level of activity is increased, such a cost is called fixed cost or a period cost. While product cost or variable cost varies according to the level of activity undertaken. So that is the, as per the variability, the cost classification. So we see what all things. One is traceability, direct, indirect, based on the function, production, administration, selling and distribution, research and development. And then comes the variability, means fixed cost, variable cost, and semi-variable cost. Next is element-wise classification. Element-wise classification in the sense means what all are the elements with regard to material, labor, and overheads or expenses. So direct material cost, direct labor cost, and the direct expenses. That is the element-wise classification. Then today we are going to see the balance one with the classification, that is So classification according to the controllability of the cost. How to control the cost? So controllability. Next is, so one is traceability, then next is a function, third is variability, fourth is element, and fifth one is controllability. How to control the cost? Controllability of cost. So it may be, what is that? Controllable and uncontrollable. So one is controllable cost and another one is uncontrollable cost. Controllable costs are those which can be influenced by the action of a specified member of an undertaking. Generally speaking, all direct costs, including material, labor, and some of the overhead expenses, are controllable by the lower level management. So controllable, we can control the cost that is to be controlled, that is controllable cost. It cannot be controlled, that is uncontrollable cost. So from the word meaning itself, you people familiarize this. So controllable cost, those which can be influenced by the action undertaken by any specified member of an undertaking. So direct cost, including material, labor, and some of the expenses, direct expenses, that are controlled up to a certain extent by the lower level management. While uncontrollable costs, costs which cannot be influenced by the action of a specified member of an undertaking. Most of the fixed costs, such as rent on building, salary to managerial person, wages of skilled workers, etc., are uncontrollable costs. So what are these? Controllable costs and the uncontrollable costs. Controllable costs which can be controlled by any specified member of an undertaking, while it cannot be controlled by any specified member of an undertaking, it is called the uncontrollable cost. So controllable and uncontrollable cost. Controllable cost, uncontrollable cost. So classified into controllable, those can be controlled by any specified member of an undertaking. Maybe the direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, and some of the expenses also can be controlled by, up to a certain extent, by the lower level management, while uncontrollable by any specified member, then it is called uncontrollable cost. It cannot be controlled. So that is the according to the controllability of cost. Next is according to the normality of cost. Normalcy എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എപ്പോഴും വരുന്നതും എപ്പോഴും വരാത്തതും അതാണ്. So up to the normalcy of cost, normality nature. So what is that? Under this costs are classified according to their normality of incurrence. വരുന്നതിന്റെ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ അപ്പൊ അത് നോർമൽ, ഇടയ്ക്ക് എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഉള്ളെങ്കിൽ അബ്നോർമൽ, അതാണ്. So under this, the costs are classified according to their normality of incurrence. Hence, the costs are classified into normal cost and the abnormal cost. So, two things are there under as per the normality: normal cost, abnormal cost. So, normal cost and the abnormal cost. So, what is normal cost? Normally incurred at a given level of activity. മിക്കവാറും happening, always happening, that is under the normal cost. Once in a while happening, that is what abnormal cost. So it is the additional cost incurred at a given level of activity than the normal cost. Extra cost വരുന്നത് അതൊക്കെയാണ് abnormal കോസ്റ്റിനകത്ത് വരുന്നത്. So as per the normality, what are there? Normal cost and abnormal cost. Okay, next is based on the financial nature. Classification based on the financial nature. So controllable and uncontrollable as per the controllability, normal and abnormal as per the normality. The next need to be, what is that? Based on the financial nature. So under that, what is financial cost and the non-financial cost? So financial cost, non-financial cost. സാമ്പത്തികപരമായിട്ടുള്ള എന്താണ് ചെലവുകൾ? That comes under the financial cost. Those having no financial nature, that is non-financial cost. So financial cost may be further subdivided into cash cost and non-cash cost. So what is cash cost? What is non-cash cost? Cash costs are those sacrifices that are reflected in the actual cash flow. യഥാർത്ഥ ക്യാഷ് ഔട്ട്ഫ്ലോയില് പ്രതിഫലിക്കുന്നതായ എന്തൊക്കെ എക്സ്പെൻസസ് ഉണ്ടോ, ക്യാഷ് റിലേറ്റഡ് എന്തൊക്കെ എക്സ്പെൻസസ് ഉണ്ടോ, that comes under the cash cost. While non-cash cost, these are financial sacrifices that do not involve any cash outflow at the time when the cost is recognized. These costs are found in depreciation, opportunity cost, etc. അതായത് ഒരു മെഷീനറിയുടെ ഡിപ്രീസിയേഷൻ, അതിനകത്ത് ക്യാഷ് വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. അതേസമയം സാധനം മേടിക്കാനായിട്ട് ഉണ്ട്, മെഷീനറി മേടിക്കുന്നു, എന്ത് കൊടുത്താല് ക്യാഷ് ഈസ് ടു ബി ദയർ, അല്ലെ? ക്യാഷ് ഈസ് ടു ബി ഗോയിങ് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ദ ബിസിനസ് ആസ് ഔട്ട്ഫ്ലോ. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി cash cost. So financial cost may be financial in nature. Then it involves cash things are there, that is cash cost. Non-cash things are there, that is non-cash cost. Hope you understand this. Then non-financial cost, those costs that are not directly traceable through a company's cash flow. Cash flow കൂടി കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ നേച്ചർ അല്ലാത്ത കോസ്റ്റിനെയാണ് നോൺ ക്യാഷ് ഫ്ലോ കോസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, നോൺ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ കോസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Such cost leads to reduced cash flow in the future. ലേബർ ടേൺ ഓവർ, അതായത് ലേബർ ടേൺ ഓവർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കമ്പനിയിലോട്ട് വരുന്നതും പുതിയ കമ്പനിയിൽ നിന്ന് പോകുന്നതുമായിട്ടുള്ള റേഷ്യോ, അതാണ് ലേബർ ടേൺ ഓവർ. മീൻസ് ദ ബാലൻസിങ് ഓഫ് ദോസ് സ്റ്റാഫ് ഓർ എംപ്ലോയീസ് who are leaving the company and those who are newly joining, അതാണ് ലേബർ ടേൺ ഓവർ. അതിനകത്ത് ഇവിടെ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ നേച്ചർ വരുന്നത്, കുറെ പേര് പോകുന്നു, 15 പേര് പോകുന്നു, 10 പേര് തിരിച്ചു വരുന്നു. സോ 5 is that there is ratio, അല്ലേ? ആ ഒരു ഇതാണ്. Those who are leaving the business or leaving the company and those who are joining as newcomers, that is the labor turnover. Competition, ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ ഇത് വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. അപ്പൊ അതാണ്, these are the non-financial cost. So this is the classifications of cost. അപ്പം ഒന്നുകൂടെ നമുക്ക് ഒന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് ഇതാക്കാം. Have a look at this. For your information, just at a glance of all the cost. Firstly, which one? Classification. What all are there? Traceability. Then function. Then next is what? Variability. Then what is that next? Element. Then next is what? After the element, controllability. Next is what? Normality. And last one is what? Based on the financial nature. So these are the classification. According to the traceability, what all are there? Direct, indirect. Okay. According to the function, production, administration, selling, distribution, research and development. According to the variability, fixed, variable, semi-variable. Okay. According to the element, material, that is direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. According to this, controllable and uncontrollable. Okay. According to the normalcy, normal and abnormal. According to the financial nature, financial cost consists of cash cost and non-cash cost and the non-financial cost. So these are the classification with regard to this one. So traceability, direct, indirect, function, production, administration, selling and distribution and research and development, variability, fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost, element wise, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, controllable and uncontrollable cost, controllability. Those who are having control those who are not having control. Then normality. Under that, normal and abnormal nature and financial nature. Financial cost consists of cash cost and non-cash cost and non-financial cost. So these are the classifications with regard to what? Classification with regard to cost. So with that, we are closing to the classification of cost. Next, we are going to start the what is meant by a cost sheet. Cost sheet in the sense means a statement showing what all the costs should be incurred that is to be recorded. That is the cost sheet. There is a format for the cost sheet that I will show you. Format of the cost sheet is this one. See, this is the cost sheet. Statement showing the cost. Here, amount is to be written. Here, the particulars, where direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, this is the prime cost, and the production overhead or the factory overhead. This should be added. This is the simple cost sheet. Complicated is also there, right? Like you are preparing the final accounts, there is adjustment. Like here also, adjustments also should be there. Adjustments in the sense means complicated things. Like that you will study in the 5th module as complicated cost sheet, like that. So this is the simple cost sheet. So factory overheads, then we are getting what? This is the factory cost or work cost. Okay, then add a administrative overhead. So administrative cost or office cost or administrative cost. Then we add a or cost of production or COP, cost of production. Then we add a selling and distribution expenses or overheads. Then we cost of sales. അതായത് വിൽക്കുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് വരുന്ന ചെലവുകൾ. അപ്പം look, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses that you already studied together add up. Prime cost is there. With the prime cost, if we add factory overheads, we will get factory cost or which one? Work cost. അതായത് ഫാക്ടറിയിലുള്ള വരുന്ന ചെലവ്. അതിന്റെ കൂടെ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേഷൻ ഓവർഹെഡ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഓഫീസ് കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേഷൻ കോസ്റ്റ് കിട്ടുന്നു. ആ ഓഫീസ് കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേഷൻ കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കിട്ടുന്നു. അതിന്റെ കൂടെ സെല്ലിംഗ് ആൻഡ് ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഓവർഹെഡ് ആഡ് ചെയ്ത കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് സെയിൽസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റ്, മൊത്തം ചെലവ് സെയിലിന് മുമ്പ് വരെയുള്ള ഈ ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റിന്ന് ആഡ് ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റിന്റെ കൂടെ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുക അല്ലെ ലോസ് ഡിഡക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. Then we will get what? The sales. This is the normal cost. Once again, direct material. This is a normal statement. Only that. So direct material, labor, overheads or expenses together constitute prime cost. With the prime cost, we need to add the factory overheads, factory cost or work cost. Along with the factory cost or work cost, we need to add the administration overhead, then office cost or administration cost or cost of production. With the cost of production, we add the selling and distribution overhead, the cost of sales or a total cost. And then if we add profit or loss, profit is the case, means sales minus total cost, we will get always, almost all the cases, we need to calculate the profit or loss, not the sales figure. Sales figure is already given in the question. So profit or loss, then sales we will get it. So sales minus total cost is either profit or loss. This is the normal cost sheet. So we will do one problem with this. Here, this is the question. Following information relates to swimming cap of manufacturing company for the 3 months ending 31st March 2014. So this is directly given in the question. This is very easy, only to calculate what prime cost, factory cost, office cost or cost of production, then total cost or cost of sales, and a profit or loss. So here, like the same cost sheet, amount, particulars, direct material, how much it is? 28,000. Then direct labor, how much it is? 22,000. 5,000 is the direct expenses, together constitute 28 plus 27, 28 plus 20, 48 plus 7, 55,000. Yes, 55,000. So this is the prime cost. So direct material, direct labor, direct expenses together constitute what? Prime cost. Then we need to add the factory overheads. How much is the factory overhead? It is 5,000. How much is the factory overhead? It is 5,000. So 60,000. This is the office cost, factory cost or work cost. Work cost or factory cost. Along with that, administration overhead need to add. How much is the amount? $4,000. So 64,000 is the, how much? This is COP or office cost, cost of production or office cost. Along with that, which one need to add? Selling and distribution cost. How much it is? 6,000. So it is 70,000 is the total cost of sales. Then it is, they are telling that 1,000 units of swimming crabs are produced during this period, and all the units are produced, 1,000 fully produced and sold at rupees 100 per unit. So sales, we are calculating the sales 1,000 into 100. So it is, how much it is? 1 lakh is the total sales. 1,000 into 100. 1 lakh is the total sales. How it is to be calculated? So the profit is how much? Take the difference between these two. 1 lakh minus 70,000. Sales minus cost of sales. If opposite is the situation, this is loss. If the cost of sales or total cost is high than the sales, then what is the situation now? Then it is loss. Here it is profit, because sales minus cost of sales. Sales is 1 lakh. How it is calculated? 1,000 units are produced and they're sold at 100 per unit. 1,000 into 100, 1 lakh. That 1 lakh minus 70,000, this is the profit. So this is the problem. First problem. Then again, one more problem we will do now, like the same way. This question, following information relates to handball manufacturing company for the month ending 31st March 2016. Here, direct materials, how much it is? 68,000. Direct labor paid 12,000. Direct expenses 3,000. So 68 plus 10, 78 plus 2, 80 plus 3, 83. 83 is the prime cost. Then factory cost, add factory overheads. How much it is? 2,000. So 85,000 is the factory cost or work cost. See the answer also, you are saying 83,000 is the prime cost, 85,000 is the work cost of factory cost. Then add administration overhead. How much it is? 3,000. So 88,000, that is the COP, or which one? Office cost. 88,000. Then add selling and distribution overheads. How much it is? 2,000. So 90,000. How, that is the TC, total cost of sales. And then what is that? Sales is given in the question as how much? 1 lakh. Then profit is how much? 10,000. See the answer. So this is the profit. So in this way, we are preparing the simple cost sheet. Then we need to calculate the complicated cost sheet, and you need to study that in the 5th module. So no need to go now in that. So this is the simple cost sheet where material is given in the question, labor is given in the question, expenses also given in the question, together constitute the prime cost. This prime cost, when we add factory overheads, whatever expenses relating to the factory that incur in the factory, that expenses need to add with the prime cost, then we get factory cost or work cost. With that, we add the office and administration, office related expenses, office overhead or administration overhead, we add up with the factory cost or work cost, we got cost of production of office cost or administration cost. അങ്ങനെ അതിനറിയപ്പെടുന്നു. ഓഫീസ് കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്നു. അതിന്റെ കൂടെ സെല്ലിംഗ് ആൻഡ് ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഓവർഹെഡ് ആഡ് ചെയ്താൽ എന്ത് കിട്ടും? വി ആർ ഗെറ്റിംഗ് ദി കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് സെയിൽസ് ഓർ ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റ്. ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് സെയിൽസ്. പിന്നെ സെയിൽസിൽ നിന്ന് ഈ ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റും സെയിൽസും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഡിഫറൻസ് ദാറ്റ് ഡിനോട്ട്സ് ദി പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓർ ലോസ്. ഇഫ് ദ ടോട്ടൽ കോസ്റ്റ് ഈസ് ലെസ് ദാൻ സെയിൽസ്, then it is a case of profit, and vice versa, loss. So this is the normal cost sheet, where statement showing that cost, different costs that is to be incurred, and based on that, when we compare the total cost with the sales, we will get the profit or loss. So please have a look at these two problems, and then we will on Monday we will continue with the another two problems. Then we are going to finish the first module. So please have a look at this video clip for the study. If you people having any doubt with regard to any of the things today's taught or the previous classes, please have a look at and ask me about the doubt for clearing. Thank you for the day.